Monkey watch a human run. It is not impressive. Cheetah does 30 leaves per second. Antelope does 20. Lion does not even need to try hard. Human does jogging. Slightly better than falling forward repeatedly. No claws, no fangs, skin so soft, a thorn goes through it. And yet, this animal, this soft, slow, complaining animal, became the most successful predator the jungle ever produced. Monkey needs to know how a creature this fragile ate this well. Because for most of human history, weapons were bad. A sharp rock, a sharpened stick, basically nothing. So, how does the weakest hunter in the jungle out-eat the lion? Monkey will explain. Piece by piece. Get comfortable. This takes a while. So did the hunt. Part 1. The design flaw that was not a flaw. Start with the body. No fur, weak jaw, small, dull teeth, built for chewing roots, not flesh. Compare this to a lion, built entirely as a weapon. Retractable claws, bite force that ends an argument in 1 second. Human got, none of that. Human got sweat glands, 2 to 4 million of them, scattered across bare skin. Monkey used to think this was the worst design in the jungle. A soft, leaking, defenseless animal. Turns out, it was the only design that mattered. Part 2. Why fast animals cannot actually win. Here is what nobody tells you about being fast. Speed generates heat. A lot of it. The cheetah sprints, and internally, the cheetah is cooking. Core temperature spikes. At a certain point, the brain itself is at risk. So the cheetah must stop. Not choose to stop, forced to stop, or die from its own body heat. Same with a kudu. Same with almost every four-legged runner. They pant to cool down, through the mouth. And panting does not work while sprinting. So sprint, then stop. Sprint, then stop. That is the ceiling. Every fast animal in the jungle has this exact ceiling. Human has no such ceiling. Human sweats through the skin while still moving, cooling and running at the same time. This one design detail breaks the entire ceiling that every other animal is stuck under. Slow, but unlimited. Part 3. The hunt with no weapon at all. So here is what the hunt actually looked like. A human picks one target, something big, a kudu, an eland, an antelope, does not matter which, something that can outrun human in 1 second flat. Human starts jogging toward it. Not sprinting, jogging, almost lazy. Animal sees this, panics, and does what every fast animal does best. It sprints away, fast, gone, out of sight in seconds. And human does not chase the sprint. Human just keeps jogging, follows the tracks. Reads bent grass, a hoof print, a disturbed stone, finds the animal again. 20 minutes later, resting, trying to cool down. Human jogs up again. Animal panics again, sprints again, gone again. Human follows again, 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 again. Each time the animal sprints, its internal temperature climbs a little higher, and it never gets the chance to fully cool down before the human shows up again. Meanwhile, the human's temperature barely moves. Walking pace, steady drip of sweat. No panic response, at all. This is not a 10-minute hunt. Documented persistence hunts run 2 to 5 hours, sometimes longer. Distances past 25 kilometers, on foot, in heat that would drop most predators. Part 4. The animal simply stops. Eventually, the target's body cannot regulate its own heat anymore. Legs stop responding correctly. It stumbles. It cannot process the signal to keep sprinting, even with a predator in sight. It lies down, not injured, not caught in a trap, just cooked from the inside by its own muscles, because it was never built to run for 5 hours straight. And the same soft, clawless, fangless human that could not have beaten this animal in a single foot race, in a single second of full speed, walks up to it, completely calm, barely out of breath. The weapon was never speed. The weapon was time, and a cooling system nothing else in the jungle had. Researchers call this persistence hunting, still documented today, among hunters in the Kalahari. Monkey has a simpler name for it, patiently waiting for something faster to make a mistake it cannot avoid making. It worked for roughly 2 million years, long before spears were sharp, long before bows existed, long before humans needed to be strong at all. Part 5. The body never got the memo that the hunt is over. Here is the part Monkey cannot stop turning over. The body walking around right now is still that exact body. Same bare skin, same sweat glands still leaking, same long springy tendon in the heel built like a coiled spring for repetitive long-distance strides. Same oversized muscle across the backside, barely useful for walking, only really justified by running, and only long-distance running at that. Every piece of it, tuned by 2 million years for one specific job. Move at a steady pace, for hours, chasing something until it physically cannot continue. And now? Now the body sits. The endurance engine that once tracked a kudu for 5 hours across open ground spends its day getting up only to reach a chair on the other side of the room. The prey doesn't even have to be chased anymore. It arrives. On a small stone scooter. In 20 minutes. Extra leaves for delivery. The body still wants the 5-hour hunt. The body will never get the 5-hour hunt again. So it aches for no reason, gets restless at night, feels the pull to move, and has nowhere to put it. Monkey knows exactly why. The machine still works perfectly. There is simply nothing left worth chasing. Human did not take over the jungle by being the strongest or the fastest or the best armed. Human took over by being the one animal that refused to stop. On the one day, everything faster finally had to. And now, the animal that outlasted everything else in the jungle sits down too. Full circle. Apes together strong. Also, apparently, very tired.